Clearly,
Because
you were there when Big got killed.
when Big got killed, I was in Los Angeles. I was there. But when they went out, I remember I told you I'm in the studio, and this was before we had internet. And another thing, Puff is just exactly what the internet is today. He was a person that had people that had emails, and they had relationships with radio. They had a radio person. They had a B market radio person, marketing promotion. So that's what it was. There was no internet. So when I would record a song in Los Angeles, I couldn't email it to him. I had to actually put it on a disc and burn it, either FedEx it, or if you're going to be in Los Angeles, I'm gonna come and bring the disc to you. So when they came down for that award, I was in the studio trying to complete the projects that I was working on so I can give him the CD to go back to New York with. I hung out with him one night. One night I hung out with him. We went to a club, I think it was Bar One in Los Angeles. We went out. I met, hung out Carl Thomas. This is like when I really was meeting him. I met Carl Thomas. We took pictures. And then Biggie was there. And then, so I went back home to the studio. And then the next morning, right? Next morning, crazy. The person who I was working at the time at the studio, his name was D1. And the police went and raided his house and took the pictures that he took with Biggie the night before Biggie had got killed. Right? I was there, but I didn't go out that night, and it was just like a tragic moment. But yeah, I was there.
Man, I know that you had a close relationship with Black Rob,
Very.
and you were there when he passed.
I was holding his hand. He died holding my hand.
Right, in Atlanta.
Right.
So, you know, just understanding what you said about Black Rob, the publishing, and so many other artists' stories.
Hold. I don't want to. I don't want to interrupt you. But when you say things like this, some things come to me. With Black Rob, remember I told you he didn't know about getting his publishing check. So what happened was Black Rob was in child support. So it was one girl. He had three child support cases. One of them was like 300 and something thousand. One of them was like 50,000, and then one of them was 2 million, or it was millions, an astronomical amount of dollars, 1 million or something like that. And it was one baby mama that was taking him to court for that. So he never was getting his money. He never was getting publishing. So to sit back and watch him, I'd be like, wow, you Black Rob, you just did whoa, you on stage and you don't have no money. So you'd be like, wow, now you get to see, like, it doesn't really matter if you're famous. If you don't have no business savvy, you don't have the business to go along with it, it's a dangerous business. So what I would do, he lived out here with me at one time, and that's when I was like, I'm gonna help you get your stuff together. I said, okay, we're gonna get your publishing together. We're gonna get you a new court date set up so you can go to court and have them look at your child support case and maybe bring some of those, because when he first did the album, they based his child support off of how much money he made that year. So he was like, if he made a $3 million on 1980 whatever, that don't mean he's going to make it in 84, 85, 86. So sometimes the money changes. So the money changes, but the child support don't change. So he was into that case. So yeah, I would help him try to get that, settle his case with the court. I would help him try to get money in publishing. I knew his lawyer would save a little bit of money instead of giving everything to court. They would save him a little bit of money, but he didn't have he didn't have a bank account, because you can't have a bank account. You're on child support. He didn't have a license.
Wow.
So I'd be like, send Black Rob money to me, or Rob, I'll get your money and I'll hold it for you. And then when you need it, I got it.
Yeah.
We was brother. He used to be like, Mark, the only person I want holding my money is you.
It seemed like y'all had a really a genuine bond, in his last days when he got to Atlanta. Like he needed you in that moment. It seemed like.
That's what he said. He said that the night before he passed, he had a caretaker. Her name is Queen, the lady Dunn. And he told her, call Mark Curry and tell him to come over here in the morning. And so she called me. She was like, Mark, Rob wants you to come over here. So I was like, okay. So when I got up, I was going to work. And for some reason, I'm driving to work, and my car is going downtown. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm supposed to be going this way. I got to go to work. So something was like, go down there and see him right fast before you go to work. Go see about him. So I went down to the hotel, knocked on the door, and he didn't answer. So Queen came, and she said, I have a key. So when she opened the door, he said, you heard him say, Curry. She said, I got Mark Curry with me. He said, Curry, I just fell. He said, I just fell. I was over there standing up, and I just fell. He was like, yo, I can't feel my legs. He was like, I can't feel my legs, Curry. I said, yo, we're going to have to get you to a hospital. He was like, I can't feel my legs. He said, yo, I got to get my legs going. You know, I need my legs. So I said, okay, well, we're going to get you to the hospital. He was like, I don't want to go to the hospital. Don't take me to the hospital. He said, no, don't take me there. I said, why? He said, because if you take me there, they're going to not give me back. I said, they're not going to give you back, because what happened, when you're on dialysis, you're under their care. And if you don't abide to what you have to do, it puts them at risk. So if something happens to you, they're at risk. So what they'll do, if you miss dialysis, they say, we're not treating you no more. So he was like, it was to the point that he had missed dialysis so much that when he went to the hospital, they was gonna know he was missing dialysis, and they was gonna take, they're not gonna give him back. So he knew it. So I I'm like, what am I gonna do? And he's sitting there, he can't, his legs. He didn't want nobody to see him in a wheelchair. He was like, put my sneakers on.
Yeah.
I put his sneakers on. What sneakers you want? Give me them right there. I put his sneakers on, rolled him out. He didn't want nobody to see him in a wheelchair. Yeah. Got in the car, and he didn't want to go to the hospital. I pulled up to Piedmont. I was just like, let me just pull up to Piedmont. Pulled up to Piedmont. He said, yo, what are we doing here? I said, we're going to go in the hospital. He said, no, don't take me in there. He said, you see them ladies over there in the black? If you take me in there, they're going to keep me. I'm sitting there like, he's kind of delusional right now. So I went to Grady now. I pulled up to Grady. He ain't want to go into Grady. I said, well, let's go to the juice bar. At the time, we had the juice bars down here, the Jutox. Took him to the juice bar. I went in to get him a beet juice and beet, ginger, and apple. And I'm in there ordering, the lady comes, she said, Mark, come outside right now. I walked outside, he in the car like, what? What's wrong with her? What's she tripping? What's wrong? I said, yo, you all right? And he said he was foaming at the mouth, and he had a lot of water, real water he had his nose. And so I'm holding his hand in the car window. And then he's like, yo, what's wrong with her? What's wrong? And then he just did this. And he did that, and I felt his hand get heavy. I said, oh, my God, no, you did not just do this to me.